Hi. Today I'd like to talk to you about a matter that continually raises its head, particularly for Reiki Australia, and that is the question of whether people should be able to do online Reiki training or hands-on in-person training for Usui Reiki Ryoho. Now, here's the thing. We don't have an ego, we're not judgmental, and we value the diversity that people choose to do their training to become healers. And I myself have done lots and lots of different modalities, as I'm sure many of you have. And, originally I was a registered nurse. I'm a Reiki, an Usui Reiki master and teacher, and I've done my training in 1998 and 1999 to become a master. I am a Seishem, Sekam, all love master facilitator. I've a master in Kamiyo Reiki Do. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and 5-path hypnotherapist. I'm a Touch for Health kinesiologist. I've done theta healing training and Yi Dao and neurostress relief, lots and lots of different modalities. And look, most of you have done lots of different things too, because what I find is when we get on the healing path, we get this hunger and thirst for knowledge so that we can have more tools in our tool bag so that we can help more people. So recently I have had a couple of people say, a couple of our masters in our group say that they've had students approach them who have done online training. Now, I remember seeing a post with Phyllis Lee Faramoto, Mrs. Takata's granddaughter, many years ago, and somebody had said similar things about they were kind of disgusted and angry. Now, Phyllis had a philosophical outlook on it, and I had the same outlook. I put my little answer when somebody asked this question, and then Phyllis put hers, and it was exactly the same. And it was basically that everybody's got to find their own pathway. Now, Reiki is a spiritual practice using universal life force energy. We are simply the hollow reed through which that energy flows. And so what Phyllis said was that many people will find a pathway because it's the only thing available to them. Sometimes people will find that they don't have the finances, but they have this thirst for knowledge. They've heard about Reiki or they've had a Reiki treatment and it continually pops up for them. And then the next thing they see all these little ads on Facebook to go and do online training. And they are then probably thinking that that's what the real thing is. That's the way it was meant to be. Now, while I'm not going to make a judgment on that because each person has to find their own path, sometimes that is enough to get that person really interested in the whole healing modality of Reiki. Now, the lady who rang me recently, one of our Reiki Australia's members, said that she had somebody who said, can I come and do my level 2? I've done level 1, and as a matter of fact, I've done level 1, 2 and master's level, and it cost me $50 online. Now, I want you to think about the quality of the training that somebody's going to get for $50 to do level 1, level 2 and masters. Now, I myself a few years ago bought one of these courses to find out what the heck was in it for $50. I thought I can blow $50. And I thought actually there was a lot of really good content, but everything's about intention. And the intention of Mikao Usui when he started this healing practice over 100 years ago was that this was a hands-on healing method to be passed down from master to student and master to student. So the intention was set that this is a healing modality that needs to be done in person. Now, while the online trainings, a lot of them have got lots of great information, and incidentally, we all know that we can do distance healing, so we can do a distance attunement, but there's something that's missing in those kind of workshops. Now, that's my personal opinion, and I've been teaching, as I said, I've been teaching Reiki for more than 25 years. I've got almost 1,000 students, maybe more than 1,000 students. I've got, I think it's 87 masters that have trained with me, and all of those people have trained in person. And what I want you to kind of think about is the integrity that we as a governing membership association that are here for the members, what it is that we stand for. And our intention is to set a standard, because when I did my training all those years ago, Reiki was sort of as woo-woo. people said, oh, you don't do that crazy stuff. It's witchcraft. It's the work of the, all sorts of terrible things that they were saying. And in fact, I even had someone wrote an article into Dear Editor, Carol McRae's doing the work of the devil. Now, many years later, I had the Anglican priest come and do some Reiki, have some Reiki and some hypnosis with me. And after we finished her sessions, she cried and she hugged me and she said, Carol, I was sent to check out to see if you were doing the work of the devil. You are doing the work of God. The angels have put you here. I can't thank you enough. You've changed my whole life. And so that is the gift that Reiki really is. And as I said many years ago, people did not see it as a professional thing. They saw it as a hippie thing that people just dabbled in. And we want to make sure that we are bringing Reiki into this new era, this new century, bringing this professionalism with us, which is why we've got Reiki Australia. Our aim is to bring up the profile so people see it as a professional thing, not just someone's gotten off the back of the cornflakes packet or spent $50 on and just downloaded and watched the videos at 2 o'clock in the morning, because there's so much more you get out of a hands-on personal training. And what you'll also find is the associations you make with the people in those classes. Quite often I'm learning from the students, because we are all sharing that energy. You've got the experience of putting your hands on another person and feeling that energy coming in through the crown and feeling your body, that you are the hollow reed through which this energy flows. You've got that feedback from the participant as well, the other person who's the other student that's working with you. You're learning together and you're taking in so much more than you can ever get from a book. This is the whole experience of doing personal work. So while many of you in this group have all done online training, lots of you have done that. Let me tell you, we honor the fact that you found your path to Reiki. However, you will gain a greater experience if you find a master and you're willing to go and do that extra mile and do the hands-on training. Now, let me tell you, I don't knock anybody back if they've done Reiki level 1 training or level 2 training somewhere else. What I always just recommend they do is come back and redo a proper class with me, hands-on. And the lady who spoke to me the other day said she had someone who's done level 1, 2, and 3 for $50 and then just wanted to jump straight into level 2. However, to do level 2, level 1's a prerequisite, and we don't necessarily know what that person's studied or learned from doing something online for $50. So she's decided that she's not going to accept that. She's going to recommend that woman come back and do proper training with her, face-to-face, one-on-one, or in a group, in a group where she can just have somebody really monitor her hand positions, her posture, and really check in that she's getting everything that she needs to become a Reiki practitioner and be able to then sell her services to the public as a professional person. So we welcome you here in this group, and we would encourage you to continue on with your training. Once you've got that thirst for knowledge, it won't be quenched until you really find your path and find your footing. And you will find that so much better if you've got a teacher that can pass on that knowledge in person. And that being said, Reiki Australia, ourselves as a membership association, put out a questionnaire to our members several years ago, and it came back as a resounding no. Do not open the floodgates for people that have done something online for $50 or $100 or whatever that is. We want our association to stand for a professional practice, so we have the respect, so we gain that respect with our code of conduct and our code of ethics and the guidelines we have that we expect from professional people. So unfortunately, we do not accept people who've just done online training as part of their training. We want someone that has a lineage that is traceable back to the founder, Mikao Usui, who brought this wonderful healing art to the world, because otherwise we don't necessarily know exactly what that person's trained in, because all of our trained masters and teachers that are part of Reiki Australia and all our practitioners, our level 1 and level 2, have got that discernible edge, because we know that they're they've been trained by somebody else that's been trained by somebody else that goes all the way back to Mikao Usui, the founder of Reiki, and that is Reiki Ryoho. And so I honor those people that have trained in other ways and in other modalities, because I'm sure you are all wonderful healers. But let us just come back to bringing Reiki into the field of being accepted by the general public, not as something that's just woo-woo that we can just buy online, just like Udemy doing, you know, a $12.50 course in hypnosis or whatever. And let us just look at the bigger picture and where we want to be in the next 10 years as a profession. So thank you, everyone. I really, really look forward to your feedback on this. And remember, these are my views. I haven't discussed with the board that I'm putting this video up. Hopefully they'll be right there with me. And I know they will be, because we as a professional body, we're not just coming up with this stuff. We are here to abide by our members' wishes. We are your board, and we are here to help you, for all of us, to lift the standard of Reiki to professional level. So thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm Carol McRae. I'm the chair of Reiki Australia, and I honor all of you. We are all in this together. Let's build up Reiki. Let's build us all up in doing the best we can with what we've got, remembering that this is originally brought in as a hands-on traditional practice. And yes, there are many different styles of Reiki that are non-traditional, and that's fine. If it works, you know, use it. But we want to remember, if we're teaching traditional Reiki, it's got to be traditional Reiki. So have a great day, guys. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, weekend, a week, beautiful year, and thank you so much. Namaste.